Now, if people don't remember, pausing the video real quick. People don't remember. Judge Joe Brown used to be like, I don't know if people remember, but when you used to stay home from school, and like your mom just would turn on the TV, like that whole morning slate of Maury, Jerry Springer, Judge Mathis, Steve Wilkos, Judge Joe Brown. That's the judge. Like that's him. He just haven't been on TV a lot. Like he been on YouTube when people podcast, but he hasn't been on like the TV. Go ahead, bro. My bad. Mm.
So basically, he's saying that these people who have accused Bill Cosby
Mm-hmm.
need to need to bring more facts to the table
Fact. Right.
and not lead with emotions.
Right.
Now, this kind of sparks an interesting conversation,
Right.
and it's unfortunate that we don't have a female co-host at the moment because I would love to debate this with another.
We're working on that, people. I heard that way too many times.
But be that as it may,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that a lot of the times when it comes to people being accused of things by women, that it stems more so from emotions than facts?
At times, because I'm gonna say it like this: if let's just say me and this girl go out, right, and like you said, we break up, right? Things didn't go well, whatever, but. But then out of the blue, I become a success, right? Whatever field I'm in, music, podcast, I become a huge success. She can turn around and be like, he raped me. But even though that's not true, she can say that off of just emotion because she still feels some type of way about me, and vice versa, right? But you don't really see a lot of men coming out saying that girls rape me.
Yeah, that's very uncommon.
Very uncommon. Barely heard of, right? So, is some of it off of emotion? Yeah, I agree. Especially off of that interview. I'm happy. I'm kind of happy you ain't played that full thing because when I watched it at home, I'm telling you, after that, they just went to a shouting match. I'm talking about they both talked at the same time.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot of it come off of emotion, and I don't. And here's where the female audience might get mad at me per se. And I'm not saying this to be any type of way, but I always do think, why now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying this because to be mean,
Nah,
but if you waited why wait 30 years, 20, 25, 30 years to finally do something?
Right. To bring something to light. And it's like, a part of me feels like that was the weirdest thing out of everything, because it's like, if somebody goes through a traumatic experience, that experience should not only be resolved immediately, but it needs to be brought to everyone's attention when it happens, no matter what time you're living in. I'm not telling you that 20, 30 years ago it wasn't and things change over time. Things do change, and things were probably different back then, but that doesn't change the fact of what happened. And sometimes when things happen, it may not go the way that you want it to, but if you bring something to attention years after, it almost feels like it's ungenuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why? It almost seems like you're hiding it. And I understand that people who go through things, they have to have times of healing. That's understandable. You know what I mean? Like, if you need to take time to focus on yourself,
Right.
that's understandable. But that long, and that was something we said when we first heard about this.
Right.
Now he's coming out, and it's like everyone's either A, surprised, or B, they were expecting.
Right.
My question to the people who surprised, what did y'all think when he first got accused? Did y'all think that it was going to go the way that it did?
No,
y'all
I
did.
don't think so.
Y'all must not have. But my question to y'all is, why don't you? Because the man was accused of supposedly drugging women and,
Yeah.
taking advantage of them. But we never really got any key evidence.
Right.
So it's like, yo.
And I think that's where people are, like, Mark Lamont Hill and all them, they're getting confused at, because, like I said, if you watch that whole interview towards the end, he's getting mad at Judge Joe Brown saying, but Judge is rape. No, because he got accused.
Right.
There's no evidence that's saying that Bill did it.
Right. It's that black and white thing, not race I'm talking about, but it's like that.
And
I'm
let
on
me
this side, you're on this side.
and let me say this. I'm not sitting here saying, because I'm not saying if Bill did do something, I'm not saying it's okay, because I'm not advocating it. But I guess what I'm saying is that he got accused. No evidence was found. So, like the judge said, if no evidence is found, he's proven innocent until guilty.
Until otherwise, yeah.
Like, the man, when he first got convicted, it was 3 to 15 years. The man is damn near 80.
Right.
What the hell is he doing in a prison? For something he got accused of.
Right.
It just don't make sense.
And that's where I'm saying you have to have the responsibility as a victim to make these things aware for people when the time, when these things happen. Because now it's hard for people to say that, oh, we demand justice, he needs to be thrown in jail, but it's 20 to 30 years later. So it's like,
That's my point.
you know what I mean? It's almost like justice can't really be served because we don't know what, we're trying to do now. And that's kind of why it's like I said, if a victim, if someone goes through something,
Right.
time of healing is necessary. I understand that.
Right.
But you as the victim have to have the responsibility to make sure that this thing gets resolved as soon as possible.
Right.
Because it's not the justice system's responsibility to get you to come out and tell your side of the story. That's your responsibility.
Right.
You're the one that has to speak your story. You can't ask somebody. No one's gonna knock on your door and say, "Hey, did by any chance the other day you got taken advantage of?" No one's gonna do that. You have to build the strength up, and you have to have the voice to come out and say, "Oh, I was taken advantage of. Something happened to me. This needs to be heard." The person who is guilty needs to be held accountable. No one's going to do that for you. You have to be the one to do that. So I encourage any young man and young lady, anybody who's going through something and you feel like you need to speak your piece, find the strength in yourself to speak the piece, find the outlet to where you can tell it, and make it happen. Because if not, there's no guarantee that the justice that you're looking for is going to be served.
At all.
At all.
That was just my thing. It's just like 20 years, man. 30 years. 40.
On Bill Cosby, Fat Albert. Like, this man got 80, what? He's 80 something years old, you said?
Damn, they're 80, man.
I ain't wishing death on nobody but my guy. Statistically, time is ticking. How long y'all want that man to stay in prison? Not only that, but how do we know he should be in there? It's crazy, bro.
I think it's a lot. Yeah.
It's not as simple as a lot of other situations, and it's not something that should be talked about lightly. I don't even like joking about it because it ain't funny, but
Really, just bring it back to the negatory situation.
Everything brings us back to the negatory situation.
When it first started, like,
And look at them now. Well, you know what, bro? Whatever happens, that's the way it was supposed to go.
Just like Sha'Carri, right?
Yeah, how about that? Sha'Carri.
Man,
Bro, see,
look.
here's and I want to get your opinion on this situation, but bro, I never really understood, like, people use marijuana for medical reasons.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying she was using it for medical reasons.
Right.
But if someone gets caught with weed in their system, why can't we just acknowledge the fact that maybe it was for a medical reason?
I'm gonna lay some facts out, right? We all know she smoked weed because her mom died. So she was grieving. Everybody grieved different. The state that she smoked weed in is legal.
Is legal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if her mom died and people grieved different, and the state that she smoked it in is legal. You know what my real problem is?
What?
To everybody else that was running. You got beat by somebody who smoked weed.
And has her nails done, and has her hair done, and has
Like,
makeup on.
Now, let me be honest, right? And I play ball a lot. Some people, I don't know what it is, but when they sober, they don't hoop the same. But when they touch that L, for some reason it turned into LeBron James or Mike.
When they get it in their system, bro.
Yeah, bro. When that in their system, they turn into Michael Jordan.
When they get a little buzz,
they do a Steph Curry. But where the fuck was that?
Right. Hey, yo, my man's 30 minutes ago. You wasn't making it from the
free throw line. Like, bro, you wasn't hitting no layups. And now you had touched that L. You, damn.
Now you Steph Curry. Come on, man. Now you need 3 people to guard you.
I will be honest, man. When I see people, when I play ball, and I see people touch the L. I'm like, yo, where the fuck was this at?
He had a blunt in the tuck. Now he dunking them niggas like
That's what I'm saying, bro. Space Jam, like.
Now he got the space boots on.
like, bro, wait.
He turned into Bow Wow when he got the Michael Jordan.
Oh, bro, like Mike.
Like Mike. He got the magic sneaks all of a sudden. The hell?
But the crazy part about that is that because I can't even say half of the states, because I got to do research. Let's just say some of the states, if they're allowing recreational marijuana, right? And I think eventually everybody will get there. It's going to take some time.
Sometimes.
Because they're pissing babies. Nowhere near that
Nutty.
shit.
Nutty professors over here. We can't do nothing.
But Jersey across the bridge, we ain't gonna get to it.
Not gonna get.
But
I digress.
if she acknowledged she messed up, she said she knew what she was doing, and she was grieving for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, how can I say this? She got talent. The talent is there.
Right.
Because it's not like she was high while she was running.
Right.
It was just in her system.
But bro, my thing is, they put her on a 30-day probation, and then they literally just stopped the probation and said, oh, it's over. She can't run. Like, what was the point of saying she was on a probation just for y'all to cancel the probation and say she just can't go? Because if she would have did that, she would have made it in time for the next race.
Right.
But now she just can't race. So it's like, what are y'all doing? Like, did y'all do that on purpose? Are y'all giving people false hope now? Like, because if I made a mistake and someone says, okay, you're going to give a second chance, we're going to put you on probation, you're going to make it for the next race, but we got to put you on this 30-day probation, what you did was unacceptable. Cool. I messed up. I'll take the blame. If I did it, I did it.
Right.
You're saying that I have a second chance. Okay. Thank you for the second chance. And then you're like, oh, well, the second chance is going down. Sorry, we decided that we can't. Bro, what? My guy, you just told me I had 30 days. You got me looking at the calendar like, yo, this going to go by fast.
And, I feel people because it came out that same day that...
Hey, yo, before you say that, bro, these chairs squeaky as shit.
They definitely going to hear it on the episode.
Right, I hear him in the headphones. Go ahead.
No, but Michael Phelps got caught during the middle of the Olympics.
Yeah.
And he was still allowed to swim.
So you're comparing.
My man, he got caught for dope.
Yeah.
And still swam.
Sniffing that white.
But yet, she got caught with weed. That, let me be honest, man. Most of these millions of billionaires, some of them got their money in a weed company.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we trip. She got caught smoking weed. You know what Stephen A. say? Let me see your phone. Yeah, let me see. Oh, you're going to YouTube again. Let me see. She got caught. Let me see. Yeah. Cause you know what I'm about to pull.
It's so funny.
Here we go. And Stephen A. she got, hold on, commercial.
Bro, these commercials be blowing me. Y'all mess up the whole joke. What is this? Nivea?
We don't own this right.
We don't use Nivea over
As
here.
Stephen A. would say, she got caught doing what? Stephen A.
For what?
Weed.
You can't smoke weed.
The weed.
Yo, my man's cut it off on the best one.
Like she got caught. Like y'all banned her for smoking weed.
Smoking that grass, the devil's lettuce.
Like it's not like she smoked it while she was running.
Right,
She smoked it like before.
What you say for that? Like did she actually in the race? She put out the blunt with the.
I saw it on Twitter. They said, "Yo, y'all got beat by smoker lungs."
Bro, but it's funny because it's like, bro, can we not act like everyone has not tried it before? Like, bro, I'm sure that there are people who have ran in the same race as her that may not have did it in the time frame that they were running, but I'm almost 1,000% sure that they've at least tried it. You're not telling me they haven't tried it, bro. You're not going to tell me ain't nobody do it. Like, it's just, it is what it is, bro.
Right.
But for her to get 30 days and then for them to be like, Psych.
You can't erase it.
Like, bro, I just feel like
What you
that's
say, bro? Psych, I lied.
like, bro, I just feel like that's so disrespectful. Like, y'all really just gave somebody false hope just to tell them, yeah, never mind. We changed our mind. Like, bro, going on, bro. Y'all are out of pocket. Like,
I don't know, man. It's just.
it is the Olympics. You know how big the Olympics is the biggest sporting
I would
competition
say
in the world.
one of the, at least top 5, not
Like,
top 10.
The amount of endorsements these people get, the amount of people who just hear their name. I never heard of Sha'Carri, and it's not because I'm not, you know what I mean? I just don't.
I don't follow track like that.
Yeah, I don't follow, you know what I mean, all of these different sports as much as, you know, probably some other people do. So when I hear these names and I hear about people beating records, it gets me excited, especially if it's a brother or a sister. So I'm like, yo, this is dope. She's doing her thing. So it's like, sometimes you can't have everything that you want, but it's like, bro, I mean, if you're going to tell somebody they have 30 days, why would you take that back? You know what I mean? I feel like that's
And not just that.
unprofessional.
For the Olympic athletes, people got to realize the amount of, because it's every 4 years, right?
Mhm.
So they're training for that one summer
Yeah.
every 4 years.
Sweat.
They're training, and people got to understand, you're traveling, right? So you're enjoying these things. Like, I'm pretty, now I know people enjoy traveling to Japan.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of people don't get a chance to travel out of the U.S., right?
Mhm.
Let alone the state they in. So if you had a chance to travel to Japan and compete against everybody in the world, like you said, on every major television network, right?
Mhm.
That's huge, man. Like, I would be mad also. Like, I trained 4 years for this, and you gonna tell me because my mom passed, and bro, and this is what I think people's not talking about, right? They didn't say nothing about it. Now, I think the test would have came up, but they didn't say nothing about it until this reporter
Mhm.
asked her, no, told her, your mom's died. For what? Why would you say that?
Right.
Why? There's no reason to bring that up.
At all. Especially to somebody who's grieving.
I just qualified for the Olympics.
Right.
I'm about to go to Japan and enjoy my life for these
Do
last
my-
couple weeks.
Do my
Do
thing.
my thing.
Do my thing. What
And
I've
now,
been doing all my life.
You sitting here telling me in front of everybody my mom passed away.
Yeah.
How you think she gonna be?
It's just not professional. But one thing I will say, she has gotten a huge fan base. People love this girl. She's
And
doing
she
her
will be
thing.
back in 4 years.
She got a bright personality. She's talented. She got mad support. So this may be a L, but later on, we're going to see a big W.
Oh, she gonna be back in 4 years.
And believe me when I say that she's going to show some people some things, and people are going to not really. They're not going to expect it.
These are the type of things, right? As an athlete, something like this happen, right? And people always talk about the petty side of athletes.
Mm-hmm.
If I was her, right, in 4 years when I run again, and I like go to the Olympics, I want that same reporter there.
The same reporter.
Mm-hmm. What you guys say now?
All right. You see me now?
What's up?
You see me now play? I bet you can't beat me in a race.
Now, like I said, the test was probably gonna come up, right? Or whatever. But the reason why she did it in the first place, because she found out her mother died.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that she wouldn't have found out, because she would have. But when you, like I said, when you get that high of winning, being on top of the world, it's not like you number one at your high school, college, states. You're number one. You just, like you said, she broke the record in the world in the Olympics. Olympic trials.
Yep.
And then for you to come here and tell me that one of my relatives died, I'm not thinking about the Olympics no more.
Right.
I'm thinking about them.
Right.
And some people grieve different. And that's how she grieved.
Yep. Tough situation.
It's crazy, man.
Tough situation. Either way, like I said, this is only an L for right now. She got a lot more to prove. This is, like I said, a talented lady. She's gonna show people what's up. And you ain't gonna have no choice but to watch and listen. So I hope you right. I hope you right.
I hope they're ready too, man, because you wanna know why? It's the end, man.
It's the end of the episode.
Yeah, man.
It's about
It's
that
the end.
time.
About that time, man. Thank you for everybody who's listening. This has been another edition of We Get That Podcast, man. Episode 44.
Yes, sir.
Before we get out of here, you already know how we give shout-outs. Shout-outs to the Rec.
Yeah.
Shout out to our boy John.
Yes, sir. Staying safe.
Stay safe.
Hey, this been it, bro.
Staying safe. I'm sorry, y'all. Sleep is killing me right now. That's no excuse, but sleep is killing me right now.
About staying safe.
But, you know, shout out to the Rec, shout out to John, shout out to everybody who's listening.
Yes, sir.
Before we get out of here, like I said, this episode is sponsored by iHeartRadio. Go listen to us on iHeartRadio or, you know, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And like I said, for our Android users, Google. And, you know, if you don't feel like listening to us and you want to watch us, go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
At We Get Down Podcast.
Yep.
Like I said, it's been another episode of We Get Down Podcast, man. Episode 44.
Yep.
Episode 44. Score with that, Veer.
J approved.
We out.